Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news now. Hold on to your hats because what I'm about to tell you could be a game changer for the Giants, defense, and honestly, for our entire season. Rumors are swirling around that the Cincinnati Bengals might be looking to make a bold move, and the Giants could be in prime position to benefit. Word is the Bengals, who are currently sitting at 5-6 and struggling with their defense, are considering trading Trey Hendrickson. That's right, Trey Hendrickson, one of their most explosive pass rushers, could be heading to New York. And if this deal happens, it's not just a minor upgrade, it's a seismic shift that could elevate the Giants' pass rush from a middling unit to a feared force. Let's set the stage here. The Bengals are in a tough spot. Their defense has been leaking points, allowing an average of 8 points per game, which is pretty high for a team with playoff aspirations. Their pass rush, once a strength, has taken a hit, especially after Joe Burrow's recent slump. The cap space is tight, around $12 million, and with the looming extension negotiations for wide receiver T. Higgins, they're feeling the squeeze. Plus, they're rebuilding their offensive line, which has led to a decline in sacks from their top pass rushers. They're now averaging just about 2 sacks a game, a noticeable drop from previous seasons. This has caused some frustration in Cincinnati, especially considering Hendrickson's production over the past few years. Hendrickson, drafted back in 2017, has been a consistent force on the edge. Over his 9-year career, he's racked up impressive stats: 81 sacks, 161 solo tackles, 75 assists, and over 550 pressures. His PFF grade hovers around 88.5, and he's known for being a relentless pass rusher, with a win rate of about 20% and a pressure rate of 0.25 EPA per pressure. He's also forced 15 fumbles and is a nightmare for offensive linemen trying to contain him. In 2024, through just 7 games, he's already amassed 16 quarterback pressures and 4 sacks, showcasing his ability to explode off the edge at any moment. His recent injury in Week 8, a shoulder issue, hasn't slowed him down significantly. He even came back strong afterward, boosting Bengals' pressure efficiency by 15%. Now, why would the Bengals consider parting ways with a player of Hendrickson's caliber? Well, the cap situation, as I mentioned, is a big factor. They need to make room for Higgins' extension, and with other areas like their offensive line being a priority, they might see trading Hendrickson as a way to free up some cap space and acquire a first-round pick, possibly the 2026 first-rounder from the Giants. This would give them assets to rebuild their offense and secondary, which are more pressing needs right now. For the Giants, this potential trade is a goldmine. Hendrickson's speed and explosiveness would slot perfectly alongside Kayvon Thibodeaux's, creating one of the most feared duo of edge rushers in the league. Imagine Hendrickson's ability to generate pressure reminiscent of his 2021 Bengals season, when he boosted their pressure rate by 180 pressures and racked up 14.6 sacks. His arrival would immediately bolster our pass rush, which has been a bit inconsistent this year. Currently, our pass rush ranks middle of the pack, but with Hendrickson on board, we could see a jump to over 50 sacks collectively, a huge boost from our current total. What makes this addition even more exciting is how Hendrickson's style complements Thibodeaux's. Thibodeaux, who's been hampered by a foot injury that sidelined him for 4 weeks, is a dynamic talent but needs help to maximize his impact. Hendrickson's presence could elevate our run defense by about 18%, helping us stop the run more effectively, especially against power teams. Plus, his ability to pressure quarterbacks on 3rd down, where he could improve our stop rate by roughly 14%, would be a massive upgrade. Our defense, which has been allowing around 8 points per game, could see that number drop closer to 21, making us much more competitive in every matchup. And speaking of matchups, Hendrickson's ability to win against top-tier offensive lines like Tampa Bay's Wirfs or others in the league would give us an edge in crucial games. His pressure rate, combined with his knack for forcing turnovers, with a career turnover rate of around 2% and a forced fumble rate of 3.2%, could swing games in our favor, especially late in close contests. His presence would also boost our red zone defense by about 18%, making it tougher for opponents to score once they get inside our 20-yard line. This kind of upgrade is exactly what we need as we aim for a deep playoff run and, ultimately, a shot at the Super Bowl. Looking ahead, this move could have a ripple effect on our overall odds of reaching the big game. Currently, the Giants are considered long shots, with odds around plus 100. But if we add a player like Hendrickson, those odds could shorten significantly, perhaps to plus 30 or better. It's a bold move, but one that could turn the tide in our favor. Hendrickson's ability to produce big plays, averaging about 10 big plays per game, including sacks, forced fumbles, and tackles for loss, would give us that X factor we need to compete against the best teams in the NFC. Our chances in the NFC could increase to around 18%, especially if we can harness his explosiveness in critical moments. Of course, there's always some skepticism. The Bengals might be hesitant to part with Hendrickson unless the Giants are willing to offer a first-round pick in 2026. They might also be cautious about weakening their pass rush, considering Hendrickson's importance to their defense. But given their current struggles and cap constraints, a trade seems plausible, especially if the Giants step up with an enticing offer. The idea is, Hendrickson's arrival would instantly elevate our defensive line, giving us a much-needed boost in pass rush efficiency, run defense, and overall team morale. So what does this mean for the Giants? It means we're potentially about to add a proven, high-impact edge rusher who can help us take that next step towards Super Bowl contention. Hendrickson's speed and relentless pursuit of the quarterback fit perfectly into our scheme and could elevate our entire defense to a new level. It's the kind of move that can energize the locker room, excite the fans, and make our opponents think twice when lining up against us. And with the playoffs approaching, every game counts, and adding someone like Hendrickson could be the difference between a good season and a legendary one. This kind of trade, if it materializes, would send shockwaves through the NFC East and the entire league. It's a bold gamble, but one that could pay off big for the Giants. Imagine a front seven with Hendrickson, Thibodeaux, and our current stars, terrorizing quarterbacks and shutting down the run. It's the kind of defensive line that makes opponents nervous, forces turnovers, and creates that winning mentality we so desperately need to push deep into the postseason. For us, Giants fans, it's about dreaming big, believing in the possibility of turning this season around, and embracing the bold moves that could lead us back to the promised land. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential Hendrickson trade? Do you think it's the move that can push us over the edge? Are you excited about adding such a dynamic pass rusher to our squad? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion really matters, not only to us but to the future of this team. I'll be back soon with more updates and analysis, so stay tuned for all the latest Giants news. Remember, this season is still ours to write, and with bold moves like this, who knows? Maybe we're heading straight for the Super Bowl. Let's stay fired up and keep believing, because the Giants are always about rising from the ashes and making history.